Live. All right, on both accounts. Cool. So, hello Instagram and hello YouTube. Welcome to the 7 p.m. portion of my class tonight. Working on today. If you are continuing from the class that we just had, we are working on a wheel pose today. And so for those that are just joining and are like, man, I want to join this class, go ahead and grab, a mat and some comfy clothes. 2 blocks. Every class I teach, I always recommend having 2 blocks on hand. And you're also more than welcome to bring in a strap. Strap will definitely be good as well. And a blanket just for some extra padding in case we need it tonight. Cool. And so for those joining on the Instagram page, thank you so much for being patient for my classes coming back up. I moved, and it was really difficult to navigate both YouTube and Instagram for classes as I was settling into my new place and all that stuff. So now I feel settled. So I'm glad to see Instagrammers back. And so, if you joined the yin class that we just had for our sequencings, we just did some asanas that really helped with not only opening up the spine, but also just in general finding a nice restoredness to it, allowing us to be able to control our spine in some nice and gentle poses. And so it was a really great preparation for preps before we make it to wheel pose. So beginning of class today, place it onto the right side of your mat because we will need it then. And you can go ahead and come up to the front of the mat. And we're going to come into a fold. Go ahead, smidgen more than hip length apart. And we're going to take our hands onto our shins. Send out the tailbone back and straighten out through the spine. Nice. Go ahead, straighten out through the spine. Taking a few moments as we breathe here, and you can take your right hand, fan it, bring the thumb up towards your chest, a more straight spine. As well at the same time, you just bringing the spine more towards the ground because then we're kind of sky, taking the hands onto the mat, and we're gonna off of the mat side to side as we pull all of. And what this is helping us is, yes, stretching out through the hamstrings, but also stretching in from our inner thighs by our hips. That's going to help with some of our motion for our class tonight. So just some nice, soft swings. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and bring our right hip to the right side so we can get more into the inner left thigh. Getting more to the right thigh. And then you go yourself back in halfway lift, come up onto your fingertips, straight spine. The hand feeling. Good. Your hands down so that feel more breath. Maybe using that ujjayi breath to help get into a deeper state of breath, a deeper state of grounding. Navigating your hands to your big toes. So with your peace fingers grabbing onto your big toes, Pressing your feet into the ground, tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, halfway lift. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Really use your back muscles here, spine, and lift halfway fold. Release the toes. Place your hands back onto the mat. Slightly bend to the legs and go ahead and kind of, but all that you can enjoy. Good. So stretching out through the hamstrings, getting more mobility into the hip. Good. And then after that, you can go ahead, wide-legged fold, press your hands into the mat, and inhale up into your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, find that half lift here. And we're gonna go ahead and open up through the spine. So doing some rolls to the spine, we're gonna inhale, cow spine. Exhale, round through the shoulders to the cat spine. Bend the knees, hands to the hands up as we inhale, rise, move with your chest towards the ceiling into Uttanasana, or into high mountain here. And then palms together, round through the spine, bend the knee. Forward fold. Navigate the arms up into high mountain, chest leading, inhale, rise. Exhale, round through the spine, bend the knees. Go ahead and do this about 2 to 3 more times. And if you wanted to incorporate a back bend, you are more than welcome to do so. And then the next time you reach your high mountain, go ahead and press your palms together. Feet are together here. Good. So as your feet are together, we're gonna go ahead. Head's cut off. Here we go. Nice. We're gonna go ahead. And as we stand nice and straight here, we're gonna kind of tuck in the buttocks here, engage through the quads. Good. And then we're going to press the feet together, bend down into your chair pose. So having your thumbs pressed into your chest, keeping that chest lifted, staying here into your chair pose. Navigate the knees back. 3 more breaths. Good. Inhale, guide the left elbow to the right thigh. Press the palms together into your chair twist. 3 breaths. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite side, making sure your spine is nice and long during this twist. Tailbone towards the back of the room. Chest up. Inhale to the center. Rotating your shoulders back. And then rise, arms up towards the ceiling into your full chair. Good. So allowing your arms to reach the side of your face, your biceps alongside your ears, shoulders away from the ears. Good, nice strong spine. Inhale, rise, high mountain, back bend if you wish. And then palms together, squat, hands to the mat. Good, and then go ahead and send your left leg back, running lunge. Flat left palm, inhale, rise, right arm towards the ceiling. And if you wanted to, you could take the right hand with the palm facing towards the ceiling, taking the back of the right hand behind your lower spine, bringing your shoulder with you away from the ear, into a deeper twist. One more breath. Inhale, rise up towards the ceiling. Bring it to the ground. Press your right foot into the ground and inhale, kick your left leg up towards the ceiling. And then meet the right forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Send the right leg back. Flat right palm and inhale, rise. Left arm towards the ceiling. Keeping the hips square and the right thigh lifted. Good. And you can even take the hand as well behind your spine here. next breath, we could go ahead and release the left hand next to the mat. Inhale, rise, kick the right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands onto the mat. Good. Engage the lower core. And we're going to inhale, hop the feet back into plank. Good. So we're here into plank. We're going to shift forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga all the way to the ground. And then we're going to inhale, rise into cobra. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Rotate the shoulders back. Good. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to work with the cobra for a few breaths here so that we can work more with our spine and our arms. So from here, rotate the shoulders back into the girdle. Lead your chest forward. Press your feet together if you have to as well. Otherwise, just press the feet into the ground, pelvic into the ground. And as you inhale as well, as high as your spine will allow you without you using effort from your hands. 3 breaths, hold onto the mat. And if you feel like you cheated a little bit and you need to remove your hands from the equation, all you gotta do is lift your palms up, or you can focus. On the next breath, rotate the shoulders back, and we're gonna inhale, rise, lift up through the chest, arms to the back. Press your toes into the ground, pelvic into the ground, thighs into the ground. 3 more breaths. Bring that chest forward and up. Hands at shoulders or chest. Gently press, but keeping our chest up here so that we can breathe and navigate our chest more towards the front of the mat and upward. Releasing tension from the lower spine. Bringing the shoulders back and the elbows in towards your rib cage. 2 more breaths. Curl the toes. Inhale, straight through the arms onto the knees. Very slowly come into a child's pose. Couple breaths here. And we're going to go ahead and very hands. You can bring your hands to the sides, rotate your shoulders back into the girdle. From here, we're going to connect our hands together behind our tailbone here. As we're going to go ahead and take the fist towards the back of the room to help open up to the chest more. And we don't want to have it go over arc to our spine either. We want to have our spine as neutral as we can as we go through the chest. Because from here, what we're focusing on more is opening up through, yes, our chest, but in connection with our shoulders. And if we just like overarch this way, then we are really working into that nitty gritty for our posture. So just a couple more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, very slowly release. Allowing the sensation of the blood sit down to your fingertips. My favorite feeling. Good. And so this time, you can go ahead and grab a strap too. Just place this to the side of your hip for now. And from here, we are going to open up more through the shoulders. Because with the wheel pose, it's all about finding that elongation and opening up through the spine. Finding movement and range of motion and all that with our hips, stretching out through our hamstrings and working deeply into our upper chest and shoulders. There's a lot of wheel pose. So you can go ahead and just keep the strap for now by your side. With your right hand, go ahead and pat yourself onto the back here. Good. And we're going to bring your shoulder into socket, making sure that we are nice and strong into our spine. We don't want to overarch here. Nice and straight. And inhale, we're gonna take our left hand and guide the right elbow towards the ceiling here. Good. So that the bicep is alongside of our ear. Good. Just taking a seated position will be fine here. So you can either stay kneeled or crisscross applesauce, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then on the next breath, we're going to go ahead and inhale, start to sink your right glute onto the mat. So maybe finding some of that glute engagement here to keep us rock solid. Inhale, rise, next breath. Very slowly release. Nice, go ahead and swim it out with your shoulders, either forward or back, whatever feels good. You can also alternate if you'd like. And then we're gonna navigate to the other side. So then with the left hand, go ahead, pat yourself onto the back, making sure we're not overarching, nice and strong, lower core engagement, back core engagement. So go ahead and grab our right hand and assist that left elbow more towards the ceiling and the bicep more towards our ear. We're just taking a couple breaths. And once you got a good few breaths in, you can then start to side body over towards the right side of the room, engage through the quads if you need to, or the glutes, I should say. Just a couple breaths. Inhale to the center. Rest with your arms and very gently release. Awesome. And then we can go ahead and grab the strap here. With the strap, we're going to place it diagonally from our right shoulder going down towards our left hip here. So we're not going to really focus on the Gomukhasana legs, unless if you want to. All you have to do is bring the left knee on top of the right and have the knees crossed like that. It's not required, but if you would like to go ahead and practice the Gomukhasana legs, you can go ahead and do so. It's good for opening up the hips. So your choice. You go ahead and we're going to pat ourselves on the back with our right hand, and we're going to grab under my hair. We're going to go ahead and grab onto the strap here and bringing that right elbow back up towards the ceiling. And with the left hand, we're going to bring the palm towards the back of the room and grab onto the strap. Good. And we want to make sure that we maintain the straight spine, that we're not hunching forward here. So the goal is to get our hands as close as we can to one another. If you can, where it's comfortable. Please no pinching. Don't hurt your shoulders. You go ahead and grab onto the strap and just very, very, very minimal. Act as if you're trying to rip the strap in half. Just grabbing onto that tension with a very minimal force, just so that we don't pinch or hurt our shoulders here. And you can also kind of cheat by your elbow towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. And let's make it 5. Use a Ujjayi breath here if you'd like. Exhale, release. Very, very gently release the hands. Feel that blood rush. It's nice and good. And we're just going to go ahead and switch the straps. And if you decided to do Gomukhasana legs, you can go ahead and place the right knee on top of the left. As we pat ourselves with the left hand, grab onto the back, grab the strap, right hand to the side, thumb facing down, go ahead and grab the strap, and you can navigate into your Gomukhasana arms here. Again, if you cannot grab onto your hands, the goal is to get close, but you don't want to feel any pinches or any sharp pains in this pose that you're forcing yourself or you're forcing yourself too close to your hands. If you start to feel that, lower core engaged, up through the chest. 5 breaths. With the final breath, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Very, very gently release the strap. And allow yourself to feel that blood rush. Nice and slow. And then you can go ahead and we're going to place a strap onto the right side because we will need it. Good. So we go ahead, we're going to come into a tabletop position real quick. Just do a couple cat cows just to move our spine a little bit before we start going more toward practice. So tabletop position, inhale into your cow, tailbone is up, chest is up. Exhale, round through the shoulders, bring your chin to chest. Do about 3 rounds here. We can go ahead, curl through the toes. We're going to inhale, engage the core. Bring the knees up towards our chest, tailbone up towards the ceiling, chest towards the ground. So I should say our thighs more towards the stomach. Pressing the hands nice and strong into the mat, really stretching out through the spine. We're going to bring the right heel towards the ground. Good. And then with the right heel, we're going to kind of put it at a little bit of a warrior angle here. The room, bring your chin to the right side. Good. Bend both knees. Straighten the left heel inward. Let's that body stretch. Good. Bend both knees. And here we're going to round through the shoulder, round into the ground. Inhale into cobra. And exhale, release. Come back down, facing dog. From here, round through the shoulders. Come all the way into your plank. Chaturanga. Flip your feet into upward facing dog. Or all the way down into cobra. Coming into plank, chaturanga. Flip the feet or all cobra or up dog. Up, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal up through the legs. Root to the right heel. Inhale, rise left leg, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and then open up your hip crease. 3 breaths. Square the hips. Inhale, knee to nose. Place the left foot forward. Awesome. And then from here, we're going to go ahead, drop the right knee into your Anjaneyasana. Want to bring that tailbone down and almost inward here so that we can help navigate that right thigh, not necessarily towards the ground, but we want to navigate it forward towards the front of the mat so we can have that elongation through the spine and through the hip. And then you can go ahead, take the left hand onto the knee or the thigh. With the right thumb, let's go ahead and place it onto the chest here so that we can influence our chest to rise. You meet your left hand, pressing the bottom of your left foot into the mat, top of the right foot, nice strong Anjaneyasana base. Then as we have this lift through the chest, we're going to maintain that by engaging your chest, engaging your lower core. And we're going to inhale, navigate the hands all the way up towards the ceiling into your Anjaneyasana. Opening up through those shoulders. 5 breaths. You'll notice that you're sinking in a little bit more in your Anjaneyasana, opening up through the hip. Good. Press your palms together. Then inhale. Navigate the right elbow to the outside of the left knee or possibly the left thigh. Press the palms together very gently. Look over the right, or I should say the left arm elbow. And we want to maintain that lift through the chest and that length through the spine. Nice strong bottom leg here. Inhale, palms to the center, arms forward, hands to the ground. Good. And from here, we're going to go ahead and curl the toes. And if you want to, if you have your blocks, we're going to come into half split. So you can go ahead, send that hip crease back, left foot forward. You're going to either straight spine. Good. Or you can come to a little bit of a hip hinge here. We're going to curl our toes, our right toe, straighten the leg. Inhale, rise, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up your hip crease, and then plant the left foot onto the ground, straight out through the right leg. And inhale, rise, left arm towards the back of the room. Coming into wild thing here. Looking it through the chest. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, come into side plank. And then place the left hand back down, word facing dog. Good. Pedal up through the legs. This time, we're through the right leg, or left leg. And inhale, rise, right leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and then open up the hip crease. Spreading the knees far apart, hip hinge, 3 breaths. Good. Square the hips, inhale, knee to nose. Place the right foot in between the palms. And then navigate the left knee to the ground, top of the left foot. Anjaneyasana. Right hand to the knee. Lift up through the spine. Bring that tailbone inwards, alignment. Bringing it forward with your left leg. Good. Left hand onto the chest. Encourage us to lift up through the chest. Right palm to knee. Keep that chest engaged and lifted. And inhale, rise. Bring both arms up towards the ceiling. Good. Bicep towards the ears. And you can place the palms there. And then inhale. Bring the palms to the heart center. Let them do the chest and navigate the left elbow to the right thigh. Pressing the palms together. Eye gaze over the left elbow. Right elbow, I should say. So used to mirroring when there's a real class. As in, a studio class. This is totally real. Two more breaths. Nice. Inhale, palms together, hands to the ground. Grab your blocks if you need to, but we're going to go ahead and come to a half split. Couple more breaths. And you can go ahead, rebend the leg. Lift up to the left leg, flat palms. Inhale, rise, right leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, look the hip crease, and then send the right foot to the right leg. And inhale, open up your chest and hips. Right arm is lifted, outer edge of the left foot, side plank. Right Hands to the ground, downward facing dog. Around through the shoulders, plank, drop the knees, and then release. We need to do some wrist therapy here. You could go ahead and grab onto the wrists or onto the, you're afraid. Cup your hands together, interlace the fingers in them. You even take, and be very cautious here from a tabletop, bringing the back of your hands onto the mat, and then very slowly bringing the tailbone towards the back of the room. Very slowly. Inhale, come back. And we're gonna go ahead and move ourselves on towards our back. So from here you can go ahead and find yourself onto your spine here, a little bit your side. Good, and we're gonna first come into a couple sets of bridge. So if you go ahead, rotate our shoulders back underneath our spine and bringing your hands close to our hips. Good. Planting your feet to the ground, engaging the buttocks, a little core engagement, and inhale, send the hips up towards the ceiling. Good. So if you need to adjust your feet, you're more than welcome to. So if your knees are really straining, that might mean your feet a little bit more towards the front of the mat, so we don't feel any of that strain. And you're also more than welcome to, if you want to get a little higher here, you can take your hands underneath your sacrum and bring your elbows in, knees are in, and you can assist your hips up towards the ceiling. You can also clasp your hands together, pressing your fists and your forearms into the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, very slowly release. Hips to the ground. Let's go ahead and do a windshield wipe, side to side. Let's do another bridge pose. And it's your choice. Hands by the hips, hands underneath the hips. Or if you wanted to, you could bring the arms above overhead, which is what I'm going to do because I think it feels great. For a little bit more of a arm opener, chest opener here. Plant your feet to the ground. Inhale, rise up through the hips and bring your hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Five breaths. Bring the hips down. Windshield wipe side to side. Wheel pose time. So for our wheel pose today, we're going to go ahead and take, so with our hands, we're going to take our hands slightly underneath our shoulders here, and we're going to have the fingers, the shoulders, and the palms towards the back of the room. The elbows are going to be up here, feet are going to be near our glutes. Good. And as we navigate up into our bridge pose, grasping the mat with our hands, make sure the strong base up, and then press our hands into the mat. So equal force of hands and our feet, chest up towards the ceiling. High breaths, squeeze the glutes, chest up towards the ceiling, hips towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, release, we're not going to land on our head, we're going to land on our spine. And bring our hips down after our 5 breaths. And we're going to windshield wipe side to side. And we're gonna do this one more time. And we are all at our different levels, so it's totally okay if we can't get our chest all the way up towards the ceiling. I remember when I couldn't even lift my head up. That was fun. Good. So we're gonna go ahead. Elbows in, knees in, firm grip. We're gonna inhale, rising the bridge first, pressing your hands into the mat, chest all the way up towards the ceiling. Pressing your feet into the mat, bringing your chest more towards the front of the mat, towards the ceiling. 5 breaths. Nice. Very slowly bring the shoulders to the mat, knees to the mat. You can even hug your knees in if you would like. Rock side to side here. Strap us onto the right side of the mat. Let's go ahead and grab the strap, place it onto our right ankle. Either have your left foot at the knee bent or the leg straight. You're gonna go ahead, straighten out through the right leg and inhale, bring it up towards the ceiling. As you're pressing your left foot into the mat here, straightening out through the right leg. Good. And allow your thigh to meet close to your thigh. Wait. Your thigh close to your chest. I get so zen out after that first knee in class. Rooting the right hip towards the ground. Engagement through the quads. 2 more breaths. And then you go ahead and transfer the left strap into the right hand, the left arm to the T. Inhale, straighten the right leg all the way over to the right side of the room. Three more breaths. Oh, my window is open and somebody's grilling outside. It smells so good. Do the 3 breaths. Inhale, straight leg up towards the ceiling, right onto the T. And inhale, twist. Bringing the right leg over towards the left side of the room while keeping your right shoulder onto the mat. Maybe the eye gaze even over the right shoulder. Next breath, inhale. Right leg up towards the ceiling. Knee it into the strap. And then you could either have the right knee bent with the right foot to the ground, or you can straighten out through the right leg. Good. Strap closer towards the heel, either pointing the toes up towards the ceiling or towards your face. Engagement through the quad. Kneecap engaged, bringing that left hip towards the ground. The next breath, you can bring your right arm to the T. And inhale, open up that left leg to the left side of the room. Left leg up towards the seat. You can go ahead, right back up with the left. Inverted staff. Bring the hips towards the ground, engage the thighs, bring the thighs towards the chest. For Shavasana, shoulders onto the shoulders rotated onto the spine. At that point, your toes, inhale in. You go ahead, arms wherever's comfortable. For the next few moments here. So then as we are lying here in our Shavasana, quote that I shared in a previous class. It's a quote by one of my favorite animations, The Legend of Korra, and it's by Uncle Iroh. And that quote is, if you look for the light, you can often find it. And if you look for the dark, it's all you'll ever see. So as you're more welcome to stay in the Shavasana, or if you would back into our world, you can go ahead and start to find those micro movements from your toes, your ankles, your fingers, and your wrists. Allow yourself to reawaken from the shamanic state. On our next breath, we can take a deep inhale, bringing our arm above overhead and knees into our chest. And letting it out, the cleansing sound. You can navigate your knees and your upper body to the left or right side. And you're more than welcome to come up into position and to navigate your hands into our peace mudra. And you can go ahead and take a bow for yourself and for all of our other climbing neighbors here that are sharing this virtual space with us tonight. Wishing each and every one of you a peaceful night. All right. Well, thank you everybody who decided to come and have some yoga fun here for the 7 p.m. part of class tonight. I hope that you really enjoyed that class, and I hope that your spine feels nice and groovy as the night streams along. Go ahead, and I'll see you later. Have a good night, y'all.